Hi everyone, my name is 𝗗𝗏𝗏. I am the Director for AI Strategy and Consulting at Regenesys. So I'm talking to you live from the city of Bangalore, or it is also known as Bengaluru, which is in India, right? I'm not sure from where all you're joining, so it is good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to all of you from whichever location you're joining, right? So today,
Sorry to interrupt you. Your screen sharing is been paused. Can you check?
okay, let me check. Is it visible, not visible?
No, it's
Yeah.
not.
Okay, just a minute. It says your screen sharing is paused. Yeah, let me quickly take a look. I'll reshare.
Yeah,
It must be visible now. Yeah, let me know if there are any discrepancies or issues.
sure.
All right. Yeah, thank you. Thank you all. If you all are listening to me, as I said, my name is 𝗗𝗏𝗏. In this 1 hour of quality time that we are going to spend, 14 hours here, probably will join, as we go along, we're going to discuss something which is very, very current, which means as I speak, as you listen, and as we are interacting today, there is something which is in fact taking over the world. And what is that which is taking over the world and all of us and keeping us engaged and on our toes is something known as agent, right? So we all heard the term agent, and equally at the same breath we speak about agentic AI. So what is this agentic AI? How are we going to work with it? How are we going to use it? What is it really in the first place? And what does it do for us, right? We're going to understand all of those things. I'm going to take you through a journey of agentic AI, world of AI agents, and so on. And cutely, I'm representing AI agent in this particular format. If you're looking at my screen, I'm pointing it with my mouse cursor here, right? A cute looking kind of a robo, right? With a cute face and eyes blinking and so on. Let me represent that. First, when I tell about agentic AI or AI agent, it's all hidden within our machines, hidden within our laptops or bigger machines and so on. So we don't see them. So we'll have to represent them in terms of some kind of a picture or an animation or something like that, right? So that you understand, okay, there is something which we can see and feel, so that we can represent that as AI agent. So let me call this our cute little AI agent. Okay. So what is this AI agent? What do we do with it? Is it there for us to use it, or is it there for us to kind of interact with it? What is it, and how is it used for us? All of you would have worked with ChatGPT. Probably some of you would have worked with Claude. You would have worked with Gemini and several other AI tools, right? You would have put in some questions, you got the answers, and so on. And probably some of you might be using it in a very advanced way also. I'm sure 15 people who are here, you must have used AI in some form or the other, right? So be it ChatGPT or Gemini or Claude or any other tools like Gemma, Gamma, right? Or say Napkin or Notebook LM, Notebook LM, anything like that you would have used. All these are popular ones, right? But going into, let's say, ChatGPT like this, and then asking, let's say, who are you? No, a very simple question I'm asking to ChatGPT itself as to who are you, right? It very clearly tells me that it is ChatGPT and so on, and it can research, it can write, it can code, it can analyze, And actually, it can do lot many things. It can work with documents and so on, right? It can actually code, it can create things and so on. So is ChatGPT just a chatbot, or is ChatGPT also an AI agent, right? So first, let us understand what is AI agent, what is an agent in the first place, how does it work. We'll understand that in very detail, and then we'll see how to actually work with ChatGPT as an agent rather than a question answering chatbot. What I did right now when I asked, "Who are you?" basically, I just asked one question and then it answered back with few sentences precisely, and then that's it. It just stopped, and it is like having a smiley face and emoji and so on. That's it. It stopped there, right? So very simple interaction. Is AI agent there for very simple interaction, or can we do lot many things with it? Can we do a lot of complex things with it? Let's take a look, right? So what I did, I asked a question and then it answered, right? Almost everyone probably in this session, you have typed a question into any one of the chat assistant and have received lot many answers which were predominantly helpful. It allowed you to kind of, let's say, solve a problem, get an answer to your question, probably do something also, right? But the difference between a chat GPT as a question answering chatbot versus an AI agent is completely different. Those are two, I should say, different animals. If I take chat GPT and compare it with any one of the animal world, I would say chat GPT is like an ant, right? A small, tiny little black or a red ant, right? It's like that. If I have to compare agent to something in the animal world, I would compare it to dinosaur, right? I can say elephant, but what was the largest animal in the animal kingdom was any dinosaurs that we saw in movies and series and so on, right? And we see in a lot of animals and so on. I would compare AI agent as a dinosaur, whereas a chat GPT as a chat bot is like a tiny ant. That's the huge difference that we do see. We should see it in right. So it actually works in a different way. Now, what is the difference between chat GPT as a chatbot? Chat GPT can also become an AI agent. It becomes an AI agent. What does it transform in? How does it transform into? And why does it transform into? All these questions we will be answering as we go along. Next 15 minutes, I'll be talking about AI agents. We'll take you through multiple scenarios, demos, demonstrations, examples, illustrations, etc., so that I will make you understand very clearly and easily what an AI agent is. While I'm doing this, you can put your question on chat. You can put your question on Q&A window, and I'll try and take a look at that frequently, and I'll try and answer your questions. We'll also have good number of questions to you, probably. For my question, you can answer those questions in the chat again. You can put your answers on the chat. I'll read it out along with your name. I'll call your name so that you get encouraged to interact with me more. Let me quickly take a look at the chat window and see if there is something which has come. Yeah, thank you. All of you are saying name, so on. Where are you from? What is your designation? Thank you, Hezron. The designation is operations manager. Many of you are putting your names. Brian, data analyst, Filippo, sales executive, and Sadisu, lecturer, right? Osula, economics student. Excellent, right? And yeah, so thank you so much for all of you to let me know your name, interesting, and also what you do in terms of either job or your student, etc., etc. I would encourage you to ask me a lot of questions. I love questions. Why? Because I'll be talking about something, right? I might be maybe teaching you, taking you through something which I would assume that probably you don't know. But if you ask question, if you come out with your own comments and suggestions and so on, that gives me a lot of encouragement to really in a much more fruitful manner. So I would definitely encourage you to ask any number of questions while I take you through the journey. So what you will see today on the screen that I'm showing is a complete animated way of interacting with AI agent so that you understand it very well. I will also ask you to try building one or two AI agents just by using simple ChatGPT, right? Free version of it. I don't want to even you to use any paid version. You can use paid version, that's okay. But a few examples which you can try in your free version as well. And whatever you try today will be yours. You can keep it, right? You can keep it. You can still more build on top of it and maybe something wonderful, right? So what is it that I have for you? If you're a student or a fresher, you're a working engineer, you're writing code, you're working as part of team or leading a team, or you have come here simply as a curious person to know about AI agent, right? Yeah. So thank you, most of you. Okay, there's one question I can quickly take a look. Is it relatively possible to know what this is all about? This is all about getting to know AI agent, agentic AI world going beyond ChatGPT, right? ChatGPT all we have used. Going beyond that, what is there as the latest in AI? We're getting to know about that, right? So that's what we are going to do. And let's start. There's something happening on my screen. You just take a look at it, and there it goes, right? What did I do right now? I actually took chatbot. I took an AI agent and I gave a simple request to it. Both of them. On the one side, on the left hand side, if you see an ordinary chat assistant, and on the hand side of mine, probably it's left for you, I don't know, an agent. I took both of them, kept side by side, and then I actually asked a question, sent in a request to both of them. Now, how does both of them deal with it? Let's see, right? What was the request? The request was, I asked, help me get everything ready for a family trip this week, right? I'm asking it help for it to give me a plan about a family trip this weekend and everything, basically everything, every information or maybe every action that is required to plan a family trip this weekend. What did our ordinary chat assistant do? It actually reads the sentences, understands what I asked about. I asked about family trip. So it actually looked at what is all these things, each and every word, understood properly, and said, oh, Harsha is asking about family trip. When? This weekend. What does he need? Everything he needs about the family trip, etc. It writes one helpful reply full of sensible suggestions for your trip. So what does it do? After understanding, reading and understanding this particular request, it gives me a helpful reply. Once it gives a helpful reply, it just stops. It stops here and wait for you to type the next message. Nothing has actually been done yet. So it just gives me the information and it stops there. That's what a chat assistant or a chatbot does at the end of the day. Now, look at agent. What is the agent doing in this case, right? Just instruction or an ask like this, request like this. It repeats the goal back in its own words so that nothing is misunderstood. Is the difference between a chatbot and an agent is that chatbot understood what are these words, what is required, and then answered. Whereas an agent will say, what is the goal that is reflected in this sentence? What is the ultimate goal? What is the objective? What Harsha is asking, right? So it will actually understand from the point of view of goal rather than just a simple task. I have a question here to all of you. I would want you to answer me. Let's say we are playing a football game. We are all football players, and we are playing a match against our rival group or another group. We are playing a match. Tell me what is the goal of each and every player within the team. That's one. Tell me what is the goal of the goalkeeper. That goal post, the goalkeeper stands there, right? What is the goal of the goalkeeper? Third, what is the goal of the coach, the football coach who actually trained us to play the football, and now he is instructing us while we are playing the game, right? So tell me what is the goal of the goalkeeper. Tell me what is the goal of each of us as a football player, and tell me what is the goal of the team coach. I want to see the answer in the chatbot. Okay. Brian is saying to win the match. Fantastic. Okay. Brian, is it the goal of the coach, the players, as well as the goalkeeper? Do you see one goal for everybody, or do you see, individual segregated goals for each one of them that I spoke, the three groups, right? Yes, Brian is saying to win the match. Fantastic. Are there any other answers? Teamwork to get a good score. Everyone compliments the other. Freddy says that. Excellent answer for Brian. For everybody, Brian is confirming to me that for everybody there is only one goal, to win the match. Perfect. Yeah. Any other answers? The players are responsible for gaming. Yes, of course. Yeah. That is Elpa in that. Umar is saying the goal of the goalkeeper is to stop goals from going in the, to win the game. Yeah, coach goal to win. Yes. Right. Umar, you are also right. Okay, so I saw multiple answers here. We would think, if we think from individual's perspective, Benjamin is saying player's goal is to win the match. Goalkeeper is to protect the team to win the game. Yes. Elpaz is saying the goal of the coach is not to win the game, but to give directions. Yep. Interesting answers. Right. So I got the answer for each one. The coach, the players, and the goalkeeper. If you look at it from individual perspective, what is the goal of the goalkeeper? The goal of the goalkeeper is to stop the rival groups, the opposite groups, football that is coming and then getting into the goal post. He has to stop, right? That is the main goal of the goalkeeper. What is the goal of the players? The goal of the players is to keep passing the ball, hit the ball so that ball can go into the goal post, escaping the goalkeeper. What is the goal of the coach? The goal of the coach is to keep giving directions. The coach keeps shouting, hey, you go there, you don't do this, you should not do like this, you should do this. So he'll keep coaching to give the directions so that team actually plays according to whatever he coaches, right? Now, if we look at it that way, we are looking at all of them as chatbots. Each chatbot, let's say goalkeeper is a chatbot, you ask something to do, he will actually do that. You ask the players to just pass on the ball here and there, the football here and there, they will do that. The coach actually gives directions. That is equivalent to your chatbot, right? There is one particular small task or one task they have to do, they do it very well. That is like a chatbot. You ask a question, it gives the answer. You ask the goalkeeper to just stop the ball, he will stop the ball. Right? Now, go into the larger aspect of the football game. What is the ultimate goal of everyone? Who decides what is the ultimate goal of everyone? We, meaning not the players, not the coach, not the goalkeeper, people who are watching the game. The spectators who are sitting in the stadium, hundreds and thousands and lakhs of people who are sitting in the stadium, what do they expect from everybody to win the game? I don't care what the goalkeeper is doing. I don't care what the players are doing. I don't care what the coach is shouting, giving instructions. Ultimately, I want my favorite team to win. Win the game is what the audience, the spectators are expecting who are sitting in the stadium, correct? Now, they can be compared to the agent, AI agent, right? So always a chatbot will have simple tasks to perform, whereas the agent will have the ultimate goal to perform. Final goal. What is the final goal? The final ultimate goal is to win the match, right? To do that, you have to play your game properly, which means the AI agent has to play the game properly, but ultimately it has to win, which means if I give an instruction to the AI agent, it just cannot stop at answering me few things and then stop. It has to finally make me go to the holiday with all the information, with all the instructions, right? Also booking. When I say everything ready for the family, also have to book the tickets for me. It has to give me the right, let's say, plan. It has to give me the right venue. It has to give me what is good there, what is bad there, how should I prepare myself, etc., etc. So what it will do is it breaks the goal into short plan of clear and ordered steps. It looks up the weather for 2 days when you're traveling. It has to tell me the weather also, right? Let's say I'm planning a trip this weekend. What if it is raining? What if it is, let's say, very, very windy? What if there is a snowfall that happens? What if the temperature goes down or very high, etc.? It will ruin my holiday, right? Whereas my chat assistant, a chat bot will just say, wonderful, you can go this weekend. These are the things that you need to do to go to the trip, right? It's not bothered about my let's say larger goal. What is my larger goal? I have to go there with my family, enjoy the family trip, right? For that, I need what is the weather. If the weather is bad, I will decide something else. It opens your calendar and finds the hours that are actually free. It writes a packing list that matches the particular weather. Let's say I'm going there and it's very cold. What needs to be packed? What kind of clothing needs to be taken? If we are carrying any food, what kind of food, like hot food, needs to be carried, right? So, all those things. It reads its own list again and adds two things it forgot. Sometimes it misses something. Now it will add those as well. Then it will finally hand you a finished list, explains every step it took to build it. You see how much of work an AI agent did here. Whereas a chat assistant or a chatbot just did take the question, understand, reply, stop. Whereas an agent looked into all of my aspects, all of my needs and wants, and probably something which needs to be really be aware of, like the weather and so on. Went into my calendar, right? Whether it saw, oh, is this person working or not this weekend? If there is something important that needs to be done, if it is there on the calendar, should they really go this weekend? So the gist of it is to say that a chatbot does one task at a time, whereas an AI agent does the entire list of tasks. 10 tasks, it will do all of those 10 tasks. If there are 20, it will do all of those 20 tasks successfully until it completes. It will not stop, right? So that is an AI agent. So you have to decide how you want to use your AI as, whether you want to use just for simple question answering, or you want the agent to work for you end to end. To win the game is the ultimate goal of the agent, right? Yeah. 𝗲𝗵𝗿𝗀𝗃 is asking, is agentic AI a self-made web? Very interesting question. It is not. For your information, it is not a self-made web. It is like you and me. If I ask you to do something as a person, if I ask you to do something, I'll give you a task. What will you do? You will actually first understand what is the task. Then you will think over it, right? You will think whether, oh, this is this an easy task? Is it a difficult task, etc. Then you will how many steps are required, how many processes are required. So you will break down the task, right? And then you will say, what is the planning that needs to be this task, etc., right? So you will go end to end. So it is not a web. It is like you and me, a person who is acting on their particular goal, right? Only thing is, it is virtually represented, whereas it acts like a person, right? You can equate it to a live person, basically. Benjamin is asking, how can I use ChatGPT to do the task? I will come to that. A little later, I will make you use ChatGPT to actually perform tasks rather than just giving you answer to the question that you asked, right? I'll come to that. That's the live hands-on session that you will do along with me, right? So hope you understand. I gave you a good illustration of football game versus our AI chatbot and AI agent, right? A chat assistant or a chatbot answers the question you asked. An agent actually finishes the job for you, a complete job. It takes and then carries out every task within the job and then gives you back the completed job. All right. So that's what an AI agent does. Right. So again, a little differences between chat assistant is chat assistant looks at individual tasks and carries out, whereas agent looks at the whole job, the complete job, and then executes it. Probably the job will have maybe 10 tasks or n number of tasks, it will carry out all of those things, right? So, okay, I have more questions. Let me check. Okay, there are some questions about Regenesys, about, and the programs and so on. You will actually be, you will be given certain links and certain contact information while I'm actually interacting. You can actually read either through email or through chat or going into our website, etc., etc., and then finding the answer about that, right? My job here, my task, consider me as an agent, AI agent. What is the task? What is the job given to me? To make you really understand what an AI agent is, agentic AI is, right? I have to complete that job, right? I act like agent rather than a chatbot. If you ask me about Regenesys, if I answer that, I become a chatbot. Now I'll get my job of making you understand, taking you through the journey of AI agents. I don't want to do chatbot, but I want to do agent job, which I'll do. For anything else other than AI, is reach out with the right links, with the right contact information. You will get all those answers. Hope I made that very clear. Now let us look one particular one particular agent, right? This is how the agent is working. How is it working? As soon as you give it a task, it will think. It will think, which means what? It will just not go and do the job. It will first think, what is this job about? What is the end goal of this job, right? How should I really go about doing the tasks within the job? There can be n number of tasks, one task, 100 tasks, whatever it is, right? How do I actually break it down in those tasks? Simple task, medium task, complex task, etc. Once it thinks over it completely, then it goes into the action mode. The action mode, right? So it goes into the action, it will start executing the task one by one, right? Sometimes in series, sometimes in parallel, right? After it actually executes the task, it will come back again and observe whether the task was completed successfully or not. If the task is not completed successfully, it will go back to the task and then re-execute the task, right? So observing. After the task is executed, it will decide whether to give the result then and there immediately or to put a final all the job being done and finally giving it. This is the loop it will go into: thinking, observing, deciding. So this is the loop it will go through. How long will it go through the loop? It will go through the loop until the goal is achieved, right? The final goal. What is the final goal? That achieved. Once the goal is achieved, then it will stop. Until then, it will keep on going and going and going, and so it will do that. Will a ChatGPT do that? Use it just a chatbot? No, it will not. It will just answer some question and then it will stop, right? Again, Elpaz is asking, can you please share the link of that website you are using as a demo? Reach out and we'll be sharing with you. This is how the chatbot will work. I will actually take you through another example, another goal. What is the goal? Get the house ready before the guests tomorrow evening. Tomorrow evening, I've kept a party in my house and I invited many guests. It could be a house function, it could be a party. Let's take it as a party, Okay, let's take it as some kind of a celebration party, which I have kept in my house, and tomorrow evening. Now I can actually plan how to, when to do, what are the tasks that are involved to actually make party successful, right? And then again, contact guests, talking to them, inviting them, answering all their questions. What time is the party? Why are you keeping the party? Right? I'm able to come, or what to do, or I'm not free tomorrow evening. Can you keep the party in the morning? All of these you need to handle. There are multiple complex stuff that you need to handle if you are organizing a party. You know that, and I know that. Organize parties. What is the difficulty of it? Let me give the goal to organize the party itself to the AI agent. Let me do that, right? I'll take this goal and just to the AI agent. First is thinking. What it is thinking? I do not know when the guests are arriving. So that is the first thing to settle. You see, Harsha said that tomorrow evening party, but he did not tell me what type of party. Right? So it is thinking, oh, I do not yet know when the guests are arriving. So that is the first thing to actually settle. Then it will open the calendar. It will actually open my calendar, read everything written against tomorrow. The calendar says the guests arrive at 7 in the evening. Now, if I have not put that in my calendar, basically it will come back and ask me the question. Hey, Harsha, you did not give me the time at which you are actually starting the party, or you have kept the party. Please let me know what's the time. If I put that in my calendar, then it will read the calendar and it will actually find out at 7 in the evening the party is there, right? So the guests have to arrive at 7 in the evening. Then again it goes into thinking. Remember, this is the one. It just go think, act, observe, decide. That's it. No, it doesn't do that. It goes into loop. Think, act, observe, decide. It goes into loop multiple times until the goal is achieved, right? So it goes into thinking mode again. That leaves the whole afternoon free so the cleaning can happen after lunch. Before the party, cleaning should happen, right? Then check whether anything is already booked during the afternoon. Is completely free. Nothing has gone wrong so far, so carry on without asking for help. There may be food that the guests avoid, and I do not know that yet. Send one short message asking whether there is anything that they do not. So it is now it starts sending messages to the guests, right? One thing is it would have already collected all the numbers and details of the guests, right? Now it is sending maybe WhatsApp messages or SMS messages to the guests asking what actually they don't eat, right? What is allergic to them and so on. And it collects the reply. Somebody doesn't want, somebody wants to avoid and garlic and so on. Then it decides the menu, right? And then everything is known. Finally, the list of finished. You see, so finally, once it finishes all of the tasks, actually say everything's ready for you to conduct the party tomorrow evening. Such a wonderful thing to happen without me doing anything, right? This is actually wonderful. This is how your agent can work for you. This is how it acts. It goes in a loop and then performs the action, everything for you until the goal is achieved. What is the goal? The goal is to make the house ready for the party for tomorrow evening. That's what the goal is, and it achieves the goal, right? So this is how it actually goes into performing the tasks and then achieving the goal. I hope you all understood by this example also that how a agent works. But okay, we saw a difference between the chatbot and the agent. How does it do all of these things? Where does it get all of these things? How did it actually achieve all? How did it get this kind of thing, or the knowledge, or the skill, or something to do all of these things? Very simple. Basically, you take a chatbot, and if you give something to it, if you make available many things to it, then it becomes an agent. So what should we make it available with? We have to make it available with searching the web, reading a file, writing a file, opening a calendar, sending a message using WhatsApp or Telegram or SMS, etc. Do the calculation, browse the web, ask another agent, etc. So a chatbot becomes an agent when you give it certain tools. What tools? First thing, you should make all the web available. It can go and search the web, browse the web, read the information on the web, etc. You have to give it access to your computer, your laptop, and within those, the files, right? You have to give it access to your calendars, calculators, or you have to give it a permission to send messages on behalf of you using WhatsApp, using any other tool, right? Communication channels. When you give all of these things to a simple chatbot, a simple chatbot becomes a larger AI agent, because now it has the freedom to use tools. It is as if you get the freedom to use hands and legs and everything, right? So you give the freedom, you give the permission to use. Then it becomes, also, you give it a lot of memory. What is a memory in computers? It's all those memory chips, right? RAM and ROM and all those things. You give it a lot of memory so that it doesn't forget what it is doing, and then continues to do things and do not miss the steps because it forgets. So you give it a lot of memory, right? With memory, without memory, there is a difference. Let's say without memory, if I ask, please remember that I do not eat meat. Okay, one guest is saying, who's coming to the party, please remember that I do not eat meat. Now the agent will say, noted, I will keep that in mind. The next day, suggest something for dinner tonight if the guest asks. Now the chatbot is saying, how about a chicken curry with rice? Because no memory, it did not remember that the guest said, I do not eat meat, right? So if you don't give it a sufficient memory, it will forget things because it cannot store and remember and recall whatever is stored in it. Now with memory, if I go, guest is saying, please remember, I do not eat meat. The next day, suggest something for dinner tonight. How about a paneer curry with rice since you do not eat meat? So it remembers whatever has happened in the past. It remembers whatever was told to it in the past so that it recalls and then acts accordingly, right? So how does a chat bot become a AI agent? Is if you give it tools. You have to give it all the tools available, right? There are hundreds of tools on internet, on your computer, on your laptop, on your machine, right? And there are online tools, etc., etc. You can give it. Also, you make some memory is available for it to do its work properly, so that it remembers the past, remembers what happened just before, so it acts on accordingly, right? So this is how you transform chatbot into a agent, right? Just by giving two things. What? One is all of the tools. Then next is the memory. If you supply these two things, if you give these two things, a chat becomes an AI agent, right? Yeah. So let me check if there are. Umar is asking, is prompt engineering also important to AI agent? Yes, of course. This is a very good question. Why? Because what is prompt engineering? Prompt engineering is prompting technique used to provide instructions to the chatbot or agent or ChatGPT, Gemini, etc. Only when you provide prompt, actually acts good, right? If you provide some very simple prompt, then it also is not doesn't become very serious. It gives you a very casual answer, right? So prompt engineering is very, very important for you to work with either, let's say, chatbot like ChatGPT chatbot, or with agent also. Very, very important, right? Yeah, let me also check if there are any other questions. No. Okay. Yeah, you can keep on asking question. I'll take a look at it and answer. Right now, since I took you through the journey of what is a chatbot versus what is an agent, I want you to experience that using your own AI tool. You could use ChatGPT, you can use Claude, you can use Gemini. You want to use any other tool that you want, you can do that. And let's actually make our chatbot into an agent. Right? How to actually convert our chatbot like a GPT into an agent? First thing, remember, you have to give it a goal. And that goal has to have, it should be a larger goal. Like football game, what is a larger goal? Winning the game is the goal. What are the different tasks? Different tasks are goalkeeper, defending, all the players running around, passing the ball, right? Coach actually instructions. These are the tasks. What is the larger goal? The larger goal is to win. So that goal you'll have to give the chatbot, and then you'll have to say what tools to use, and then you'll have to give it a memory. It becomes a AI agent. Let's do that, right? Learn a new skill is the goal. Let's say learn a new skill is the is a goal. Okay, let's give one. What is the goal? The goal is I want to learn one completely new skill in the next 21 days, and I can give it about 45 minutes every evening. This is the goal I am giving. This is my goal. Yeah, this is my goal. You can't say AI take your own goal. that you cannot do. Then I don't know whether it'll go crazy or not. I have to give my goal to the AI agent. What is my goal? Let's say learning a new skill is my goal. I want to learn completely one new skill in the next 21 days, and every day I can spend 45 minutes. That is the goal, right? So let's give this goal to the chatbot, right? Copy this. You see, this is prompt. This is a complete prompt, right? So I will copy this completely and put it in the chat window. I put it in the chat window. Yeah, you can actually copy it. Open ChatGPT, whether on the mobile or on your laptop or on your computer, right? And then paste it. Yeah, I go. So I pasted the complete thing where my goal is stated and some of the instructions are given, right? So this is my goal. I just give it to ChatGPT. Simple. Now it's thinking, right? So it is thinking, and then what is it doing while thinking? Basically, it will understand, it will break down everything into tasks, and then it will execute, right? So it tells me all of things. It is step by step what to do, and then it's giving me examples, your fixed 45-minute evening time, etc. So you see, all of the thing it is giving. Actually, it is actually constructing an application for me using Python also. You see, it's actually giving me Python program so that I can have a ready application which I can use to learn a new skill in the next 21 days. End to end, it has done the job for me completely, right? I just have to say, hey, you have given me all of this information. Basically, it takes a lot of time for me to go through this. I can say, just give me the summary. Just give me the summary in few sentences and give me the app. Because it is trying to construct an app so that I can use that application, maybe web-based application or Windows-based application or anything Mac-based application, right? Whatever it is giving me in Python. Let's say I'm not a coder, I'm not a technical person, I don't understand Python, right? In that case, what do I need? I just need an app, an application which I can do the web or my mobile phone. So something like that. So just give me the app. I can say this, press enter, and then it will give me the app, right? It will give me summary, so that no, I don't have to go through all of these things, understand and do them myself, because I want to do the job myself. I want the agent to do the job, right? So I'll say, you give me the summary, you make me understand what you're trying to do, and also you give me the app. So it will go into a loop, it will go circle round and round and round and round and round, because it does a lot of things, right? So it actually creates the app and does all of the things and find me. So it goes round and round and round and round. And then when will it stop? It will stop only once the goal is achieved, right? You see what I asked? I asked, give me the summary in few sentences. So it gave me the summary in few sentences, right? And it also gave me the app. You see, it constructed the app for me. 21-day skill sprint. So
Harsha,
I have
sorry.
to say, yeah,
We have
go ahead.
5 minutes left.
So I know. Yeah. So it actually gave me the entire application, which I can, make use of to learn a new skill in the next 21 days. Isn't it wonderful? Do you use ChatGPT like this? Or do you just say you put one question and then you get an answer? That is the chatbot for you. But you can use ChatGPT as an AI agent where you can ask it to completely do the task for you, the job for you, and achieve the goal for you, right? So you can use it like that. So that was my goal. You know how to use ChatGPT, not a chatbot, but as a agent. What's an agent? Real estate agent shows you properties and houses and everything for renting, leasing, buying, selling. That's an agent. Marketing agent. What does he or she do? Marketing agent goes out into the market, find out who's your buyer, who's your seller, who's your vendor, etc. Right? Like that, similar to human agents, even AI has agents to do work for you, right? Any kind of work for you. You can convert ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini into agents just by giving instructions like this. I have copy pasted this particular prompt, right? You can actually go and experiment with this. Probably once you get back, then we'll also share more of such prompts with you, which actually converts your chatbot into a agent, right? So that's what our intention is, to make you really understand, right? So now we know that a chatbot converted into an agent. How many kinds of agents will be there? There are many kinds of agents. The solo helper, you can create one agent, becomes a solo agent. I did that right now in ChatGPT, right? Solo agent. You can actually create multiple agents like drafting agent, checking agent, shaping agent, sending agent. You actually can create an assembly line of agents like you do an assembly line of people, right? This is another kind of agentic world. Traffic officer, right? Multiple sub agents working with the managers. This is another kind of agentic AI. This is another kind of agentic AI, like working in teams, like we do in the real world. So there are multiple types of AI agent, agentic AI that you can construct. Assembly line kind of thing, traffic officer kind of thing, small team kind of thing, or a solo agent, right? This is how you actually go from using AI as a own very limited chat bot into a full job performing end-to-end goal achieving agent, just by giving it tools and instructions and the goal, right? You just have to give all of these three things and make memory available sufficiently for it to work, right? So this is how it is. There is one more example which I take out of time. Again, by giving the goal actually works, basically, right? But one thing to remember is the agent concern. Similar to how we can go wrong while the tasks and the job and so on, how can a goalkeeper, his job is to stop the ball, not going inside the goalpost. But he does that. He tries his best, but sometimes the ball goes inside, and that's the goal to the opposite party, opposite team, right? So actually, agent can also make mistakes. It can go wrong. So you'll have to watch out, right? You have to be in control. You have to be in the loop as well. While the agents are performing the tasks and achieving the goals and so on, it can break. It can actually make mistakes. It can do a lot of faulty things also. So you have to be control, right? Ultimately, you'll have to check whether the agents are doing their job, etc., etc. So that's how you actually create a system that you control and you monitor so that it works for you very, very efficiently, right? So that's where we stand today. We have gone from being a chat bot usage kind of a system in terms of AI to agentic AI system, where we can have one agent or multiple agents, any number of agents in different formats, and we can achieve all of the jobs that is possible for us. Give it to the agents. Agents do it for you, and your life becomes very easy and enjoyable. You can do whatever you want to, give all of the tasks to agent, and you enjoy your life, right? That's about the AI agent. Yeah. Thank you all. We are at the end of the time, right? Any questions or queries that out with the links and the contacts that you have, reach out to Regenesys, reach out to us. We will answer your questions, and reach out to us about the agentic AI program that we have, where we will coach you, teach you, mentor you, train you with live examples to create one agent, multi-agent, with all the tools, the memory, etc., right? Creating a complete agentic world. We will actually train you to create such agents in our program. So reach out. Yeah. Thank you all so much. Have a good day ahead. and have a nice time. Bye-bye.